strategy I would use for this one. I would take 2 from 52 and give it to 98. So $1.98 becomes $2, and 7.52 becomes $7.50. $7.50 plus $2 is $9.50. And these are all strategies that we've been using throughout the year. So we have to go back into our little inventory of strategies and try to pick and choose the ones that are going to be good. And that is the challenging part, even for adults, is what strategy is going to help me do this mentally. And we've learned so many, so I know that's a challenge. Letter E, 72 hours or 2 days. And the confusing part here is that we're not comparing apples to apples and oranges to oranges.
You have to figure it out yourself. How many days are 72 hours? How many hours in 2 days?
Okay, she answered that for me. So how many hours are in 1 day? 24 hours. So how many hours are in 2 days? 48 hours. So this is really 48 hours and 72 hours, and obviously we know 72 hours is greater. Okay? Letter F, we had a little bit of a challenge with this one also. How many days? I keep saying that. But we're right. How many days are in 10 years? And so we have 10 years on our hands, right? 10 fingers. And we know that each year is 365 days. So 365 plus 365 plus 375 days. Or 365 down.
Or 365 times 10.
Which is our shortcut to help us do the mental math. And we end up with 3,650 days. Yes?
Oh, 366 because of the year. Oh no, it's 64. No, it's 56. Yeah.
You're right. And somebody else brought that up also. I don't remember if it was you. The question and the key here is that it says about. Not exactly. And you're right, every 4 years we have a leap year, which changes how many days are in a year. So we're going to kind of just go with the average. Average is 365 days a year. Okay? Letter G, estimating, and it even tells you what to do. To round this amount to the nearest dollar. So what's this amount to the nearest dollar? Yes, sir.
Wait.
$11.97 is closer to?
12.
So $12, and then it tells you to divide by 3. $12 divided by 3? $4. Easy peasy? Alright, half of 70? 35. Thank you. 35 divided by 7? 5 times 2? 10 plus 8? 18. Divided by 9? 2 divided by 2? 1. Easy. Easy? Alright, and we're definitely going to do the mental math together. And there is more than one way to solve this. Okay? My favorite is a little mixture of pictures, drawing, with equations. And I'm actually going to show you that I'm using both. So the problem solving says 21 students went on a field trip to the zoo. 5 students rode in the car with the teacher, and the rest of the students were divided equally among 4 cars driven by parents. How many students were in each of the cars driven by a parent? Okay? And this is why I say I kind of like to draw pictures, because I'm going to draw my car, and I'm going to put how many students in it? 5. But before we do that, do we understand the problem?
Yes.
Who can tell me what I should write for the understand part? Anthony, what do we need to understand about this problem?
Well, the zoo part, it's unnecessary, but the 21 students...
Very good. We have to understand that there are 21 students.
And 5 students were not divided into the cars driven by parents.
Excellent. And 5 of the students get put into the teacher's car and will not need to be divided. Okay. Go for it.
And then... Oh, wait, I'm still don't understand?
Well, I think that's enough. I think we understand that there's 21 students, that 5 students are in the teacher's car, and I should probably add that the rest are divided into 4 groups. The rest are divided into 4 cars. Okay. Now my plan, I already told you what my plan is. I'm going to use a little bit of drawing a picture, and what else?
Divided?
And we're going to call that equation. Drawing a picture and using equations or math sentences. Got that right? Okay.
Yeah.
And always, you can't forget the last one. You always use this one.
Oh, yeah.
Logical reasoning. Don't forget it. Don't throw that away. Don't throw that out. Okay. And please don't make fun of my cars. They end up looking like boots. I try my best. Try my best. Here we go. So here's Miss Aguayo's car. And inside my car are how many students?
5.
There's 5 students in here. Here's Freddie, Adam, Stacy, Anaí, and Leonel. I don't know. Okay. But what I need to know at this point is, well, we're going to have to put the rest of the students into 4 cars, but do we know how much is left?
No.
So how can I figure out how many students are left? This is where the equation comes into play. Carla?
By dividing.
So let's think about this logically. 21 students, and there's probably more here, but we're imagining, we're pretending that there's 21 students in the class, and I took 5 of you and put you in my car. So what kind of mathematical equation are we doing there? We're subtracting. We started with 21 students. We're going to take away the 5 students that I put in my car. I have to borrow. 11 minus 5 is?
6.
1 minus 0 or nothing? Is 1. So there's actually 16 students to stick into these 4 cars, and they even give you a huge hit by telling you you're going to divide equally. And I'm going to divide equally by what?
4.
By 4. So we're left with 16 divided by 4 is equal to
4.
4. So how many students are in each car?
4.
And notice I'm only using little dots. Sorry. And we're done. Are we done?
Yes, sir.
Have I checked my work?
No.
Okay, I'm going to check my work by adding 5 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4. And that should equal how much?
21.
5 plus 4?
9.
9 plus 4?
13.
13 plus 4?
17.
17 plus 4.
21.
Is my answer correct?
Yes.
Yes. And so the question was, how many students were in each of the cars? There were 4 students in each car. How many of you got this correct? Very good. How many of you understood it better when we did it on the board together? Okay, very good. How many of you stuck with just one strategy? How many of you use more than one strategy? I always like to draw. I love to draw, especially in math, because it's a very good way to see things that normally you would not be able to see. Each weekday afternoon in a small town, 618 newspapers are delivered. Okay. The task of delivering the newspapers is divided equally, and those are key vocabulary words. Okay, divided equally among 3 drivers. How many newspapers does each driver deliver? Now, before you write anything down, which I already see a lot of you putting down your dividend and your divisor, how do you know which one's your dividend? How do you know which one's your divisor? Valeria.
Your divisor, right?
Just to remind you, divisors on the outside, dividends on the inside.
Dividend is 618.
How many of you agree that it's 618? How do you know? How would I know? On a test, how do I know that 618 is my dividend? This is the hard part too, Anaí?
Because you can divide 618 into 3.
You have to divide 618 into 3. How many of you agree? Okay, I heard another hand, but he wasn't raising a quiet hand. Daphne? Did you know that 618 is your dividend, the number on the inside? You did know that? How did you know that? And it could be something as simple as what I heard here. Yes? The divisor is the number on the outside.
The divisor is always smaller than the dividend.
In terms of word problems like this, your divisor is usually the small number, and your dividend is the big number that needs to be broken up into smaller pieces. Okay? So you all should have this written as your example. That's the equation you all should have written down. How many of you have that? Okay, I actually was walking around on this side and definitely saw that. I know, you guys are awesome. You guys are experts already. Here we go. So we have 618 divided by 3, and we're going to start with the first step, which is divide. What am I going to divide? We're going to do this step by step, those areas. So give me the first step. What am I going to divide first?
The bigger number?
For the whole thing?
3 divided by 618.
Keep going, but what's my first step?
3 divided by 6.
Well, I'm going to take 3 and divide it by 6, or am I taking 6 divided by 3?
6 divided
And what is our answer?
by 2.
Okay, so first step, divide. 6 divided by 3 is 2. Step number 2 is to multiply. Daphne,
You have to multiply 3 times 2.
what's 3 times 2?
6.
Very good. What's our next step? Multiply. Subtract. What am I subtracting, Freddie?
You need to bring down.
We're not there yet. You're skipping multiply all the way to bring down. We need to subtract next. So let's subtract. We're going to subtract 6 minus what? 6 minus 6. What's the answer?
0.
Okay. What's the next step? Last step of our algorithm. Tell me.
Bring
And what am I going to bring down?
The 1.
What? Okay.
0 times.
There we go. What's the next step? So we brought down, and notice that we have to what?
Divide over.
Continue the cycle and start to divide all over. Karen.
1 divided by 3. Wait, it's 0? Sorry.
Ah, very good. 1 divided by 3. Can we actually do that? Can I take one marker and give it to 3 people?
No.
Is that possible?
Only if you break it.
Well, and I'm thank you for using you're sharing. Can I actually take this marker and divide it into 3 students? I can't do it. And what normally, and this is where I was catching a lot of our mistakes, what we were doing was actually to say, oh, it's not possible. I'm just going to bring down the 8. 18 divided by 3 is 6.
You're off by like 100.
Okay, so how many of us know that this is a mistake? How many of us do not understand why this is a mistake? We all understand why this would be a big mistake?
Yes.
Okay, so how do I show that we cannot do 1 divided by 3? Carla,
By putting a 0.
I gotta put a 0 where?
In the 10th place.
Oh, she's
On the
getting
top.
technical. I love it. In the 10th place at the
Top.
top, very good. Or we also call that part of our quotient. There we go, okay? And that was our division part. So I have to continue with multiply. What do I multiply, Jasmine?
3 times 0.
3 times 0 is 0. Okay, what's next?
Subtract.
Subtract 1 minus 0. Freddie, 1 minus 0. Very good. And my last step,
Bring down.
tell me.
Bring down the 8.
Ah, very good. Bring down the 8, and we're left with 18. Because I brought it down, though, we have to start the cycle all over again. 18 divided by 3, Anthony?
6.
Good. 6 times 3?
18. 17.
18. 18 minus 18?
0.
0. And is there anything left to bring down?
No.
So we are
Done.
not really. The question was how many newspapers do each delivery person? So what do I have to do here? Destiny. 206 shoes, 206. Have to label it. And we're dividing the newspaper, so it's 206 newspapers. Okay, make sure that you always label your answers. Easy peasy? Okay, I'm going to give you the second example, and I'm going to walk around as you all do it together, and then we'll do it on the board when you guys are pretty much done. But you guys are getting really good at this, so I'm really proud of you.